I have so many exciting updates today. My Faire business is taking off. So much better than the rest of the year. I'm going to share exactly what I've been doing. But first, if you're new here, I'm Holly. I run a six-figure wholesale and retail seasonal business. I've had two previous seven-figure businesses and sold my last business and started a seasonal business 2 years ago. And I've been sharing how I've been growing that business on this YouTube channel. I give tips on all things growing your Shopify store, your Faire business, all things to grow an e-commerce business. I'm so excited to dive in to exactly what I've been doing on Faire. And you haven't seen me on here a lot because I've honestly just been diving in and really doing the work. Having a seasonal business means that my main time for selling is usually around September 15th through the end of December, mid-December. So I've got a very short window with sales really spiking probably the middle of October to about the first part of December. So that gives me about a 1.5 month window of really selling. Now with Faire, the wholesale side starts a little bit earlier, but I had a really slow start this year. I had a really hard, slow year. And I questioned if it was going to turn around, and I did all the things, and I'm very happy to say that not only has it turned around, but I am exceeding what I did last year. So I'm going to jump into all things Faire today and share with you all of those updates. I think the easiest thing is just going to be going into my Faire account and just going through a few things to kind of show you where we're at. Before I do that, I'm trying to find a screenshot of my previous sales to date this year, and I'm having a hard time finding that. But all in all, I have been down for the year about 25 to 30% overall for the year. Now, this is up until about October 1st. And again, my business is seasonal, but on Faire, I do normally have a few sales throughout the year, just here and there, and those sales have really been taking a hit this year. Before I get into my Faire account, I do want to go through some of the things that I've done to help boost my sales on Faire. And these are the things that I think really helped move the needle. So first, we're going to start with SEO. I went through and I optimized every single listing for SEO, and it took a lot of time. I did use ChatGPT. I needed to kind of tweak things quite a bit with ChatGPT, but that is a complete lifesaver for SEO. And there may be people out there that argue that it's not a great tool for SEO. I'm not an expert on SEO, but I also know that just getting some of those keywords into your listing, into your titles can make a huge difference. So that is the first thing I did. I made sure that I got relevant keywords into my titles and into my descriptions. How I did this in ChatGPT is, if necessary, I would upload the item picture to ChatGPT. I would then describe exactly what it was that I wanted written. So I would say a description for Faire to rank for SEO keywords. I would write some of the keywords if I knew what those were, and I would ask ChatGPT to also give me relevant keywords. This worked really well, so I continued this for all of my listings. Now, everything that I have heard and I've read is that this can take anywhere from maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks to actually have the search engines pick up the keywords. So it can take a little bit of time. And I did this the first part of September, maybe the end of August, and I didn't see any traction. I didn't think anything was working. Of course, I'm not a very patient person, so I wanted it to work immediately. But I do think that that is also a big part of why things are working now. I think that those keywords are finally getting out there. I'm getting more traffic. My conversions have gone up, more sales, all the things. So that is the first thing that I did. The second thing I did the first part of October is I started using Facebook ads, and I have seen an increase last year by using Facebook ads. Now, I'm not even targeting wholesale stores with Facebook ads because I have tried that in the past and I just have not gotten my targeting quite right for that. I'm still kind of working with that, trying to figure out how that can work. But what's happening right now is that retailers are seeing my retail Facebook ads. So I am actually driving people to my Shopify store, and these retailers are clicking on the ad, going to my Shopify store, and I assume they are either checking to see if I am on Faire selling wholesale, or they're using my Faire direct link that is on my website. Now, the only reason that I can link these two together is that I actually had a person use my Faire direct link, and I reached out to her and asked her, and she had seen my Facebook ad, went to my website, got the Faire direct link. Now, I've only had one person do that. So everyone else is just going directly to Faire and going and ordering that sees my ads. They're not using my Faire direct link. So that's a little disappointing because I do know that I'm driving some of that traffic to Faire, but there's also nothing I can do at this point other than just be happy that sales are coming in and my sales are boosted and that they're actually finding my store. So I'm kind of taking that hit just because I'm happy to be getting the traffic. The third thing that I've done, and I've done this in the past and I didn't think it worked, and I'm going to change my mind on this, is I started using Faire ads. And I'm going to show you in the back end of Faire exactly what that looks like. I did try this last year and I think I used Faire ads for a couple weeks. They usually give updates 4 times a month on how many sales you've gotten, how much you've spent. I think I waited for the first update after a week or two and I canceled Faire ads because I didn't think that they were working. Now again, the research that I've done shows that it needs a good month or two to run and then sales start coming in. So I'm trying to be more patient this year and I have had some success with the Faire ads. I'm going to show you that coming up. The last thing I've done that I think has helped a lot, and I still have not been utilizing this as much as I should, but I have started sending out more email campaigns to my Faire customers. Now, my margins are pretty tight on Faire for what I want to make, so I don't run a lot of sales. It's more just sending out if we have a restock or if we get a new item, something like that. I'm not really sending any sales out. I'm not sending out emails telling people to check out that have things in their cart and I'll give them a discount, only because I don't want to promote that discount shopping. And there's mixed feelings on this, and it's just always the feeling that I've had that as soon as you start offering these sales, people will add stuff to their cart and they will wait and expect a sale. Now, if you have that built in, if you have a 10% discount built into your products, that's great. Use that strategy. I don't have that right now, nor do I want to give up that 10% right now. So I'm not using that strategy this year. Could I get more sales? Yes. Would it be worth it? Probably not, because I don't want them to get in the habit of never ordering unless if I send them a coupon. So it's just the tactic that I've chosen to use on Faire. And again, not everyone agrees with this, but it's just the way I'm doing it right now. So let's get into the back end of my Faire account and I'll show you what's been happening. All right, so the first exciting thing here on the back end is the analytics snapshot. So today is October 15th when I'm filming this, and this would be from October 1st through October 15th. So as of today, my total sales for the month of October is 46 orders, $11,864. We are up 25.3% from last year at this exact same time. What I really love is this 5.1 conversion rate, because that is up 2.2%. And I've really struggled with my conversion rate this year. So that is super exciting to me. And then my overall visits are still down by 27.9%. So we are still down that many from this time last year, which means my conversion rate's so much better, my sales are better, and I'm still getting way less visitors. So it would be amazing to get that visitor number up. However, I'm really happy with these other numbers. All right, now let's look at a few different things in the back end here. So I have pulled up January 1st through September 30th, 2024. So this would be last year, what I would consider kind of my off season. Now, September 1st, September 15th, maybe I start to get some retailers who will order in some product for their stores. But overall, I did $38,346, 2% conversion rate, and my 5-star rating. So this was last year for quarters 1 through 3. And let's take a look at this year for the same time frame. Here is this year for the exact same time frame, January 1st through September 30th, 2025. You can see that I am down about $10,000. So I was averaging being down about 25 to 30% through this entire year until the end of September. And my conversion rate had come up a little bit, 2.5% from last year, but overall this was rough. I think my visits were down about 45%. So that's about a 50% difference in visits, eyes I was getting on my products from this year versus last year. And I really honestly was getting a little bit concerned, and I wasn't sure where this was going to go this year. So I'm going to pull up next October 1st through October 15th last year, and then we'll compare to this year. So here we are from October 1st through the 15th, 2024, 10,675, 3.1% conversion rate. And I'm going to show you now October 1st through the 15th for this year. All right, here is this year, 11,863, and we are at a 5.1% conversion rate. I love that conversion rate. I think that's, I don't know that I've ever actually been at a 5% conversion rate, so I'm feeling really good about this. I am starting to run out of a few products that I will not be getting back in stock due to the tariff situation and actually just some restructuring I'm doing in my business that I'm going to be talking about in some later videos. But I'm really happy with this conversion rate. Order volume's great. And this is where we're at. So I'm so excited. And I think that all of the things that I did, those 4 things that I told you, the SEO, the email campaigns, the ads, I think that those really contributed to all of this. And I do have about 29 reviews. And I have heard a rumor that if you have 30 reviews on Faire, that you kind of get a little boost in the algorithm. Now, that might be false, might be true. No one really knows. But 1 review away, I've thought about sending out an email asking for reviews. I've written on a couple invoices that I've sent out, just, saying how much reviews mean if you could leave a review. So I may push that a little bit more just to get that one last review. I might just reach out to, a customer that orders a lot and ask for that review just to kind of get over that hump. Again, I don't know if that really does anything, but there's rumor of that. So let's go over to my ads that I've been running on Faire, and you can see what I've been doing for ads. Okay, so I decided to put a spending limit in of $200. So in doing that, I have acquired 2 new customers for $650 worth of sales. My total ad spend has been $239.36. I believe I started these in September. Yes, and this September 2024 was my last ads that I let run for a very short period of time and shut off. So here is the September from this year and also the October, what I've spent. And I got 1 new customer in September, and I got 1 new customer so far in October. So that is where I'm at for these at the moment. And I've got a 2.9% projected return first year ROAS. So yeah, so far, obviously I'm happy with that return on ad spend. Do I enjoy spending more money on Faire than what they're already taking from me? No, but also I know that you have to pay to play sometimes, and I'm just trying to boost sales. Also, being a seasonal business, I might not get as much out of this as a year-round business would get, because I think this just grows as you keep doing ads. So I'm going to obviously have to shut mine off in December, which, is unfortunate because I don't have year-round products. But this is kind of where I'm at with ad spend right now. All right, so there you have it. That is my Faire update for this year. Again, very excited, very promising. I'm excited to see what these numbers continue to do. A couple other updates that I did want to share is I have had a few of you reach out about a group coaching opportunity, and yes, I am still working on that. It is something I would absolutely love to do. Right now, I have a few one-on-one clients left, and then I'm hoping to move more into a group coaching setting. So if you are interested in being part of that group, just leave a comment below or shoot me an email. My email will be in the description, and let me know, and that way I can reach out to you when this group gets started. My second thing that I just wanted to mention is a thank you to whoever of you clicked on my Everbee link and used my link as an affiliate to sign up for Everbee. I use Everbee for all of my research on Etsy and finding winning products, and I did have a couple of you sign up for that. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. The little bit adds up, and it is always helpful and much appreciated. So that was exciting, and thank you for using that. And if you have any questions or you want me to talk about anything specific in these videos, just leave a comment below. I love the input and I love hearing what can help you. So let me know, and I hope this update was helpful for you, and I hope it gives you a little bit of excitement and promise for your wholesale business, and knowing that you can kind of turn things around if things aren't looking great. So it can absolutely be done. But thank you so much and have a great day.